much.
Norma Ray and Places in the Heart. She's also won Emmys for Sybil and ER, but her latest role takes the veteran actress to the Broadway stage, believe it or not, for the first time in Edward Albee's The Goat, or Who is Sylvia? Field plays Stevie, a happily married woman who is shocked to discover her husband is having an affair.
And let us not pretend that Ross does not tell me that you are having an affair with, how does he put it, an affair with a certain Sylvia, who I am mortified to tell you. He does get flowery, doesn't he?
Yes, yes, he does.
I am mortified to tell you, is a goat.
Field. All right, well, that's quite a lead-in, isn't it? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to see you. And I was surprised when I found out that I'd be talking to you this week that this is your first time on Broadway.
Yes, it is.
You've done some regional theater before.
Yeah, all my life and all over the country, but never here or in Los Angeles where it really counts.
Right. So what prompted you to give this a try?
Well, I've always wanted to be here. I've always wanted to do this all my acting life, which has been a very long time now. But I've always been raising children, and I couldn't, that's not totally the excuse, but I just never have. Raising children was a good reason.
Right.
And my youngest one is getting old enough that and then they offered me this. It's a limited run.
You'll be here till December.
Till middle of December, and it's incredibly provocative. It's very funny, very tragic. It's Greek. It's Albee.
As you said, it's high drama,
It
right?
is high drama. High drama.
Well, why don't we explain a little bit more, because you kind of left hanging with that introduction.
Mm-hmm.
You play Stevie, who's married, has a really great marriage, or so she thought. And
for
so
22 years.
He thought they have a very charming gay son, and all of a sudden you find out your husband is having an affair with a goat.
With an animal. But it's very funny, but it's also Albee, so it's theater of the absurd. And it's really metaphorical. It takes you into mythic kinds of things at the end, about what is love, what is loss, what is morality, our own culture. I mean, that's really what Albee has been doing for so long. And I think ultimately you're very much caught off guard because it's extremely moving. And it's about really big issues that we're all dealing with today.
Not just bestiality, in other words. That's just a
because
very
we know
small
we're not
component.
all of us dealing with bestiality.
Yeah, right. Now, we're going to take a look at your performance, Sally. In this scene, your husband's trying to convince you that while he still loves the goat, he also loves you, but you're not buying it. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Smell. Stay away from me.
I love you. Jesus.
You love me? Let me see if I understand the phrase, you love me.
Yes!
But I'm a human being. I have only 2 breaths. I walk upright. I give milk only on special occasions. I use the toilet.
We should mention that this was videotaped without an audience because when Mary Elizabeth Webb, our producer, went, she said the audience was just, not necessarily at that scene, but howling with laughter.
The audience goes nuts, like about 15 minutes, because it's so outrageous. And then they just ride with it. And, part of the task, which is so much fun, is to figure out how to control them in a certain way so that you can get them down to, it becomes very tragic.
And part of some of your funniest lines are said while you're angry. And we've got some B-roll here we can show.
With a lot of bleeped-out lines.
We had to be very careful about what we were going to show here. But was it tough to have to, well, there you go. There's one beat. Let's not count them. Was it tough to do so much screaming and also to be funny and angry at the same time?
Yeah. It's also very violent. We have a lot of violence that goes on. So I'm basically covered with bruises and cuts and scrapes. Actually, our opening night, I did something. I don't know. I cut my hand and it popped on my nose. My nose was dripping blood.
Oh, lovely.
It was like, whoa, this is really the land we need to be in.
Were you nervous?
Blood and gore.
Were you really nervous on opening night?
I don't know if it was. I was anxious to get going. Like I felt like we were ready to get in the water and start rowing.
Well, I know we're going to see you on ER, I guess, again this fall. You're going to be in 4 episodes, is that right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what I understand.
don't know how many I'm in.
And so you'll be shooting that while you're doing this? Or is this going to, how are you going to do all
I
that?
have no idea.
Really?
I have no idea. I'm doing a Scarlett O'Hara, and that I'm thinking about it tomorrow.
Well, it is so demanding. I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard to really think about much
Yeah,
else but
I know.
focusing on your performance every night. Well, I understand the audience likes you. It really likes you, Sally. And we thought we'd get through that.
We thought we wouldn't do that, but then we decided
Well, you know, it
against
just seemed to fit. Anyway, it's great to see you. Best of luck with everything.
Thanks.
And come
Thanks,
back and
Katie.
see us.
I will. Come see me.
Okay, I will, on
Will you?
Broadway.
Okay, don't bring your kids.
All right, we'll be back after this.